Hi everyone, welcome back for another whiskey review. Today looking at the last of the V samples out of my Glencadem tasting pack. This is the Glencadem 21-year-old. Now, there's no other way to put it. 21 years is a very long time, there's just no explaining it, I mean, if you stop time now or you do something or take an action now and go, well, I'm gonna wait 21 years. It's 21 years. I'm kind of repeating myself, but it's a long time, and I can sort of relate to the term 21 years because coming up in April 2021, again, there's another 21. I would have been in New Zealand or living in New Zealand for 20 years. So the whiskey was made just before I would have left India for this beautiful country, New Zealand, and I'm assuming around 98, 99, or just before even. Some of these barrels would have been put down, and it's hard not to think about that kind of stuff. What was going on? What were the distillery? Was the distillery up to? The distillers, what were they thinking? The barrel type, the season. It's just there's something romantic about drinking whiskey that old. Irrespective of what country they come from, what kind of barrel they age in, but you just got to respect that age. And 21 years is a very, very long time. Well, let's find out what's it like on the nose first. Now, this particular dram, when I tried it before, on the nose presented this amazing depth of sweetness, which is still there. And it was interesting as we were talking amongst a group of friends on Zoom. Somehow the subject of Redbreast 21-year-old came, and it was funny. I couldn't quite put my finger on what other whiskey has that very similar, very rich sweetness. And just then, my friend said, something about the Redbreast, and I said, yes, that's it, 21-year-old. And I find a very similar character in here, that really rich depth of sweetness on the nose, but also has this distinct creamy, buttery character, the oiliness that Scotch whiskey presents, being the double distilled spirit, whereas the Irish whiskey is triple distilled. But the Redbreast is pot still, so still has some good qualities. It's just gorgeous, gorgeous. And if I didn't touch on before, same as all of the other ones I've tried so far, the 10 and 15-year-old, bottled at 46%, unchill filtered, and no added color. And after 21 years of age, look at how light it still is, which again alludes to the use of the bourbon cask. And maybe if there are sherry casks used, they haven't imparted any color at all. So good. Very, very buttery. Oh, this is kind of after dinner. I mean, New Zealand, we're getting long evenings at the moment. The sun doesn't disappear till sort of 9, quarter past 9 at night, and after a big dinner, you want to just sit outside, seeing the sun go down. This would be beautiful, and hopefully it's somewhere but pretty. You got a few flowers or some sort of garden around, and you can smell the air and the whiskey together. Really good. So rich in sweetness. I can't get over it. Wow. All right. One more time. For a 21-year-old whiskey, some of them can be quite oaky, and I'm not getting too much of that oak character in this particular whiskey on the nose. Really good. Well, let's see what's it like on the palate. Wow. Spice, it's there. not overpowering, but this amazing depth of sweetness, bit of oak, that's making me crackle. And if you follow my content, that happens every now and then. If whiskey is giving me joy, and that's just my palate is oozing with flavor, trying to suck every little bit of that flavor out of it, like a ripe mango. Oh, so good, really good. Oh, it's got some amazing depth to it. The oak is driving more of that sweetness, sort of getting a ripe mango character, maybe even papaya. Is it that sweet? No, it's not that sweet, but just amazing depth of flavors. Really, really good. And the finish is just very satisfyingly long. It's really good. The oak is sort of dying. The spice was there up front, but it's disappeared now. And the rich sweetness is just very, very rewarding. It actually reminds me of a particular Bemore 19-year-old car sample I tried at Bemore. And this is magic. On the nose as well. Now, retails for around 275 Kiwi dollars, which is around 130 pounds, which is a lot of money. And when I was trying this whiskey during the Zoom tasting with some friends, we kind of agreed, you know, I mean, for the money, you can get 2 bottles of the 15-year-old, which was phenomenal whiskey. And at the time, even I said that a 21-year-old is not twice as good as a 15-year-old, but it is probably one of the best 20-year or around that age single malts I've tried. Maybe just as good as the Glenfiddich 21, which I like, but that's a rum cask finish. Just people at Glencadam, if you're watching this content, it wouldn't hurt you to tell us what barrels are using. If anything, it will just add to my pleasure right now. You know, just tell me what it is. 85 ex-bourbon barrels, 5x Oloroso second fill, or whatever it is. I'm just making it up, but this is good. Actually, another whiskey this is reminding me of is the Inchmurrin Madeira cask, which had that amazing bouquet of tropical sweetness on the nose, and the palate was just so juicy. And it was interesting, that whiskey as well, I never thought of opening a bottle, came out of a little pack like that. It was the Inchmurrin 12-year-old, the Madeira cask, and the 18-year-old, which I also really enjoyed. So get your hands on some of these things. They're worth it. Don't just buy and put it on the shelf as a collection piece. Maybe do that as well. But they're definitely worth, they're there for your pleasure to get a preview into a distillery, what they're up to, what they can do, the caliber of whiskey they can do. And you can get up to a 21-year-old for, well, next to nothing. Well, that's all I've got to say about this particular whiskey, the Glencadam 21-year-old, which is just, I'll have to get a bottle. I don't need more bottles, but I'll have to get a bottle. Wow. All right, well, that's all for today. If you're liking the content, please like, share, and subscribe. Otherwise, I'll see you in the very near future with another whiskey review. See you later. Bye-bye.